Hi everyone, I am Associate Professor Dr. Xu and my name is Xu Wen. First of all, I want to express my deepest gratitude for being selected as the winner of the Women Research Award by the International Research Awards on New Science Inventions. And today I will share my research. The name is about investigating the effects of institutional pressure on firm performance in the southeast of the Chinese chemical manufacturers. I come from the Tianjin Bohai Vocational Technical College. So now I will introduce my research. First of all, I will follow this 7 steps to introduce my presentation. The first one is about background of study, problem statement, research gap from the 1 to 5, methodology, findings and analysis, implications of the study, and the last one is about limitations and future directions. And now it's about study background. With the global economic growth faster than ever, many companies are becoming focused on economic growth influence long-term development. They must balance the environmental, social, and economic. This problem is severe in the chemical industry, as well as which relies heavily on natural resources. Now, according to the data from the Chemical Industry Outlook, we can see China ranks the first of the global chemical sales, followed by Europe, USA, and Japanese. However, we can say based on the National Bureau of the Statistics of China, the investment in ecological protection and treatment of environmental pollution is increasing year by year. It is clear that Chinese chemical industry are generating a major conflict between the economic growth and the environmental. So, based on those study background, we propose the problem statement. Staying in the industry issues, the chemical industry occupies an important role in driving Chinese chemical growth. However, due to its extensive development, ecological challenges within the chemical industry are a pressing concern. The modernization of the chemical sectors hinges on finding a balance between pollution control and firm performance. On the other side, we stand in the literature issue. According to the peer studies, there have the pattern like pressure, green practice, and performance. However, the findings are conflicting, inconsistent, and conflict. Now, we zoom on the green GSM practice. We can see a peer study focus on the institutional pressure, firm performance, and GSM practice. However, the findings are conflicting, especially considering the effect of mimetic and normative pressure. And for the firm performance, the finding also inconsistent, particularly in terms of financial performance. So, there is a field study providing holistic picture about the pressure, practice, performance, such as extended green innovation, top management support, and green dynamic capabilities. So, based on those problem statements, we propose the 5 research gaps. The first one is about, because of the resource scarcity and the deterioration of the human health and the environmental, it is critical to investigate the relationship between institutional pressure and GSM practice. Green practice needed by Chinese chemical companies in order to meet regulation and social standards and achieve long-term standards. Many research found that institutional pressure, such as coercive, normative, and mimetic, have been considered critical factors while driving GSM practice. However, the empirical results are conflicting, especially consider the effect of mimetic pressure and the normative pressure. So based on those theoretical gap, we proposed RQ1, RO1, and hypothesis from H1 to H3. And the second research gap is about, in order to face institutional pressure, top management support, TMS, offers strategy, direction, allocation, resource, and encourage a commitment to sustainability. Therefore, focusing on TMS as a moderation role to effect institutional pressure and JSM practice is critical. In the operations of the high-performing organization, such as the Chinese chemical companies, TMS plays a critical and positive role. However, the empirical research on how TMS as a moderation impact the relationship between the institutional pressure and JSM practice remained less explored, leaving a significant and well-documented literature gap. So based on those research gaps, we proposed RQ2, RO2, and hypothesis from H4A to H4C. The third research gap is about adoption of the JSM practice may provide certain benefits to Chinese chemical companies. Thus, it is more important to investigate JSM practice and how they affect Chinese chemical companies' performance outcomes. A lot of empirical studies have looked into the impact of the JSM practice on firm performance. However, the empirical data on the relationship between the JSM practice and improved performance is inconsistent. So based on those, we proposed RQ3, RO3, and hypothesis 5. Now it's about research gap 4. According to the peer study, JSM practice and green innovation is a critical green practice for firm performance, respectively. However, investigate the directed or indirected relationship between the JSM practice, green innovation, and firm performance is critical for Chinese chemical companies in adjusting their environmental strategies. Despite the extensive of the lot of the investigation in the area of the JSM practice and green innovation, it was known that the relationship was still unclear, but that it had not been studied to its full potential. So, also, there is an insufficient study has been done on green innovation as mediation's role impacts the relationship between JSM practice and firm performance. So based on research gap 4, we proposed RQ426, RO426, and hypothesis H6, H7, and H9. Now, we move on the last research gap. Green dynamic capabilities, GDCs, are the valuable antecedents for achieving a sustainable competitive advantage in a changing market. Thus, under an uncertain environment, GDCs have influence on environmental relationship between the green practice and firm performance is important for company decision making. As a motivator factors, GDCs has attracted attention in the environmental management literature. However, the focus on the GDCs as a moderation factors impact the relationship between the green practice, such as JSM practice and green innovation, and performance is still undercover. So, based on the research gap 5, we proposed RQ7 and 7, 7 and 8, RO7 and 8, and hypothesis HA and HAB. So, based on those research gaps, we use the 4 underpinning theories to explain or a research framework. The first one is about resource-based view theory, institutional theory, upper echelon theory, dynamic capability theories. So the definition of the underpinning theory is on the slide. This is all based on the underpinning theory we proposed or theoretical framework. we can see we're using the institutional theory to explore the relationship between the institutional pressure and JSM practice. Also, we use the UET theory to explore the relationship between the institutional pressure and the JSM practice with the top management support as the moderation role. And we use the dynamic capabilities theory to explore the green dynamic capability as a moderation role to explore the relationship between the green practice and form performance. And we use the resource-based view to explore the relationship between the green practice and form performance. We can see this is all research framework based on the theoretical framework. There have the 9 hypotheses in this research, as we can see the slide. And this is the definition of the constructs. Totally, there have the 6 main factors: institutional pressure, TMS, green JSM practice, green innovation, green dynamic capabilities, and form performance. And now we're moving on the methodology. In this research, we use the positivism paradigm to be our philosophy research, and also use the quantitative research to explore the 6 factors, using the survey research to explore to investigate the 9 hypotheses. Now it's about the population of the study. In this research, the target population is registered in China. Why? And also have the located in major city and industrial park along the southeast coast of China. Okay, why I choose this part to be our target population? Because according to the Chinese National Bureau of Statistics, more than 17% of Chinese top 500 chemical companies are located along this area. This is why I choose this area to be my target population. Okay, now it's about the data collection method. In this research, we used the online questionnaire was distributed to target respondents throughout Wenjuanxing platform. Also, a token of appreciate about 25 RMB Jingdong online shopping voucher was given to the respondents after completing the questionnaire. And for the respondent selection criteria, those companies must be registered in China and also recognized for resource utilization, waste management practice, and environmental commitment. And of course, those Chinese chemical companies have to locate it on the southeast coast of China. And for the questionnaire design, all the measurements are using the 7-point Lark scales. Of course, before the data collection, we have the pre-test and the pally test. For the sample size, at the beginning, we distributed 500 respondents. After delayed the discard respondent, there are 414 valid and usable surveys. This sample size is fulfill the minimal sample size. And for the data analysis method, we used SPSS version 26 and SmartPLS 4 to be our data analysis method. Now it's about finding and analysis. I will follow those 8 steps to introduce the finding and analysis. The first one is about common method variance. The variance explained by the first factors less than 14%, and all the VIF value are less than 3.33. So for the demographic profile, most of the cities come from the Tianjin and Guangdong province, and most of the companies are the local form, and with the 6 to 10 years. And most employees come from the middle management with the bachelor degree. Now it's about assessment of measurement model and HOC. For the measurement model, we tested internal consistency, convergent validity, discriminant validity. And for the HOC, we test convergent validity, collinearity issue, and outer wide and significance. Now I will show you the detail in the thesis. This page is about internal consistency and convergent validity. And this is the formulaic criteria. And this is also about the result of the higher order constructor. Now it's about assessment of structure model. We can see all the VAF value are less than 3. And also we can see expect the H1 or the other hypotheses are supported. R square range before the 0.423 to 0.591, and for the F square. It means the effective size. In this research, we have the 3 small size, 4 small size, 1 medium size, and 1 large size. And we can see all the R square are more than 0. Now it's about assessment of mediation effect. According to the result, we can see green innovation significantly mediate the relationship between the GSM practice and form performance. Also, for the moderation effect, we can see the result. The positive relationship between the GSM and form performance was stronger when the GDC is higher. And this is the overall result we can see from the H1 to H9. Now it's about theoretical contribution. The research draws attention to the important role of the green practice in presenting how institutional pressure influences form performance among Chinese chemical companies. So the first one is about the RBV was used to widen the range of the collection of the GSM practice related factors in the Chinese chemical sectors that direct and indirect significant impact green innovation and form performance. Second is about institutional theory. The study utilized institutional theory to investigate normative and mimetic pressure as antecedents that influence GSM practice positively. The last theoretical contribution is about this research offers insights on the moderating role of GDCs in the relationship between the GSM practice and form performance. And now it's about practical contribution. In the overall stand, there are 3 practical contributions. The first one is about this research identify the key indicators of successful implementation and identify other indicators that require further improvement, and also identify strategically improved possible indicators or practice. Now we zoom on the details. This research helped Chinese chemical companies handle external pressure effectively. First, coercive pressure refers to the industry-wide laws and regulations that require compliance from all companies. So, any green practice can be implemented by the company to comply with environmental law and regulation. And also under the influence of the normative and mimetic pressure, GSM practice can improve the Chinese chemical company's performance. Second is about integrate. This research can help Chinese chemical companies integrate internal green practice. The findings provide essential insights in order to guide the Chinese chemical companies, as well as related practitioners, to boost their form performance through the implementation of GSM practice and green innovation. Second, this study also aids GDC's green dynamic capabilities to green practice. and the empirical evidence regards that the GDC's osmotic role has an indirect positive impact on the GSM practice and form performance. Of course, this research also have the limitation and future direction. There are three limitation. The first one is about this research only focus on the specific country like China. So in the future, maybe we will consider different country and different control. Second, this research lack of strong qualitative foundation for pressure practice performance in Chinese chemical sectors. So maybe in the future, we will conduct a comprehensive qualitative study on the green practice. The limitation is about this research also found insignificant relationship. So maybe in the future, we will conduct more study on coercive pressure in similar conduct to confirm the impact of the GSM practice. And also TMS as a moderation role, how to influence GSM practice studies. So this is all my research presentation. Thank you. And then in my research journey, I published two papers. The first one is come from the Journal of Cleaning Production with the IF impact factors of the 11.1, GCRQ1, ABC's 2 level, and ABDC's A level. And also have the another scopers papers to publish. This is all my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for your listening.